Alright, hey everyone, Leena here, and welcome to my second Let's Play. This Let's Play is going to be Pikmin, the original version on the GameCube. We're gonna start up a new file here. In a second, as soon as it loads. I've actually never 100% beat this game, but I'm gonna be quiet for this opening cutscene. The impact site. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke on the surface of this weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved Dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone and I am stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate that the planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support system can only function for 30 days. If I can't repair the Dolphin by then... No! Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. So here we are, Captain Olimar. And if we go over here, we immediately get cut off by another cutscene. And teleport to the other side of this vessel. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. Then, it dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. And this over here is a pellet posy, which I'm gonna go ahead and beat up. This is one of the few things that Olimar can actually do. Just sort of hit it with its little antenna thing. It's glowing! The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without benefit of the wind. It cannot be helped. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press a button. Which button? This button. Extraordinary! When I plucked the sprout, it turned to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. It has a shape similar to the Pick brand carrots that I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I am intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with a button, and then I'll call it to my side with another button, and perhaps it'll react to other buttons as well. And we're not going to bother about the controls because I know how to do them. Alright, you saw me attacking the pellet posy earlier, but if you throw a Pikmin right in the center of it, it'll automatically come down. So we're going to let the Pikmin pick it up and bring it back to the onion. Olimar, your head looks a little broken. Astonishing! The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet that the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some sort of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be some sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Alright, you can't really make these grow any faster, they just take a little bit, but we're gonna throw this Pikmin over here. And we're going to pick more of them. There we go. Okay. There are 25 Pikmin that you can get in total on the first day, which, if you haven't noticed, does not... Pikmin? They like to get stuck behind things. But the first day does not have any sort of time limit. On later days, you'll find that they last only a short amount of time. Always the same time, but still. We're gonna bring that over here. We're gonna pluck a few more Pikmin. Oop. I don't like that overhead view. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work for me. Pikmin! Oop. I always do that. End up throwing a whole bunch of Pikmin while I'm trying to pick ones that hadn't, this is disorientating. Pick ones that hadn't grown yet. I get very disorientated in games. Why did you guys not... But, yeah. You get pretty used to this game. It's really cool. I like it. As you can see, the pellet has a 1 on it, but you can put more Pikmin on it. The same goes for the 5. I think you can have up to 10 Pikmin carry the 5. But you need 5 in order to carry it. The blue number is how many you need to carry it, and the red number beneath it is how many Pikmin you currently have on it. Usually the more Pikmin that you, well, I don't want to say the more Pikmin that you need to carry it, the more sprouts it'll give, but that tends to be the case except for a few other items that will be shown later in the game. But it seems that the bigger items always give you more Pikmin that sprout. This little box thing has a little 10 on it, so you need 10 Pikmin, but we happen to have 14, so 3 of our Pikmin are just going to be lazy and stare at us like we're, you know, some sort of godly creature. While the other ones do all the hard labor. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all that I have learned of Pikmin conduct. Buttons. Stop throwing. But if we look over here, what might this be? Amazing! There is no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the Dolphin? Now, we only have 14 Pikmin right now, and we need 20. So we are going to go up this little slope, and we're going to pick up some of the remaining pieces. Little pellet things. Like I said, you can get a total of 25 Pikmin in this beginning level, but all you really need is 20, because the engine is the item that you need to be able to end this little tutorial first day. It takes forever for some of them to carry it. But yeah, they can have a total of 10, they can have 2. The more Pikmin you have on it, the faster they'll carry it. Yeah! Grow! Grow, my pretties! Grow! When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me that I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping buttons. I notice that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with a bright color. and other times when they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Basically what it's saying is they're flushing a bright red when they're in your party, and when they have that really light pink color, which I'll show in a brief moment, they are not in your party. Which brings me to the idea of, as you can see, the little 24 number says how many Pikmin are in your party. The second one show the 25. The first 25 on the left shows how many Pikmin are on the playing field, and the final one with the 4 digits shows how many you have in total. So yeah. Also, the little bubble shows whatever Pikmin happens to be first, the one you'll end up throwing. Now, I haven't figured out. There's a way that I can throw Pikmin a lot faster, but I haven't quite managed. Okay, there we go. I thought I had lost a Pikmin for a moment. There's a way to throw Pikmin, like, super fast, but I'm still sort of not so great at doing that. But yes, we have our engine, the most important piece to our ship. We won't die and starve and suffocate and whatever else could possibly happen on this planet. We'll be able to lift off, at least slightly, and get off the ground and not be in this obviously horrible place with these obviously horrible creature things. You know, because there's a lot of danger here. A lot of it, as you can see. We've run into so much so far. I love how the ship just sort of pops up like that. And it's kind of cool how it, like, does these little repairs throughout the game. Like, other than just putting the ship parts into the ship, piece by piece, it actually will start to do a little bit of auto repair, which is really cool. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? The search starts tomorrow. This is a little ending sequence that you have every day. All of the Pikmin in your party will go back to their onion, and if you happen to have left any Pikmin behind, like, say that I had thrown a Pikmin over in the area where we found the engine and just left it there and went back and ended the day, or we ran out of time in the day, that Pikmin would be scurrying about trying to get to the onion right here. And yeah. Day 1 since impact. I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see that the onion lifted off with me. Perhaps these Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or they've merely decided to join me for other reasons. Either way, it seems that they will help me again tomorrow. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakatate. Analysis shows that my life support system will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair the Dolphin in such a short amount of time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. It holds the key to my survival. I named it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. This little menu shows how many Pikmin you've either gained or lost over the entirety of the day. Shows how many have sprouted, lost in battle, left behind, how many are in the onion, how many ship parts you have, how many parts are remaining, and how many days are remaining. We're not going to save because if the recording fails, then yeah. But this is where I'm going to leave off the episode. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.